Okay, so this is the problem I chose for this mini quiz. So the first step of solving this problem is you want to move everything to one side so you can have the equation set to 0 so you can start canceling things out and combining terms. Next, you want to factor out the polynomial that is in the denominator of one of the terms so you can see what factors you have. Next, you want to find a common denominator, and to do that, you're going to multiply. So you have your two factors on the bottom, which is k and k plus 1. So those are your two factors. So you're going to multiply whichever factor the term does not have. So in the first one, it did not have a k, so you multiply the numerator and the denominator by a k. For the second term, it was k plus 1, so you multiply the numerator and the denominator by k plus 1. And the third term had both, so you do not have to multiply it by either. Next on my paper, I just put all of the terms over the common denominator. And then after that, you want to remove the parentheses and multiply out the negative. So as you can see, I dropped the parentheses and multiplied out the negative in front of the k plus 1 to make it negative k minus 1. And then for the 6k plus 42, it became negative 6k minus 42. The next step is you want to combine like terms, so the k and the negative k cancel out, and then negative 1 and negative 42 combine to create negative 43. Next, you want to cancel out the denominator, and to do that, you have to multiply the denominator by both sides. So you multiply k times k plus 1 times the term on the left, and then what you do to the left, you have to do the right, so you multiply 0 times k times k plus 1. So now that you have the denominator canceled out, you have a simple equation, so you can just move the constant over to the other side, which you do by adding it. So you add 43 to the left side, which cancels it out, and then you add 43 to the right side, because what you do to the left, you have to do the right. And lastly, you just have to isolate the variable. So to do that, you divide negative 6k by negative 6, which will cancel out the negative 6 and just leave you with k. And then you have to divide the right side by negative 6, because what you do to the left, you have to do to the right. So you end up with k equals 43 over negative 6. You have to make sure to check for extraneous solutions, so you look back through your work and see what canceled out through the equation, and what canceled out was k and k plus 1. So you set both of those equal to 0 to get your extraneous solutions, and you get k equals 0. When you set k plus 1 equal to 0, it is k equals negative 1. So your extraneous solutions are k is not equal to 0 or negative 1, and your solution is k is equal to 43 over negative 6.